Drone warfare is emerging as a central strategic tool in the push to expand American military power. Since the long-range missile carriers of the early 2020s, drones have advanced dramatically to an entirely new generation of warfare, now coming into sharper focus during the Russia-Ukraine war. It's not just Russia. Other U.S. adversaries are now well into manufacturing drones, often pioneering inexpensive ways to mass-produce basic but deadly drones. So, what can the Pentagon and the Trump administration do to stay ahead of a technology that is actively shaping ongoing military conflicts around the world? My name is Bill Gertz, best-selling author and national security correspondent for the Washington Times. And this is my Q&A on how drones are changing modern warfare and reshaping U.S. military strategy. The United States led the way with using drone warfare during the war on terrorism. But today, technology and manufacturing advancements have changed the nature of drone warfare. Small drones are being used, artificial intelligence is being applied. Today's drones include unmanned aircraft, robot bomb-laden warships, and increasingly space weapon drones. Swarms of hundreds of small drones, even cargo drones, and a lot of private partnerships are being put together to make this a reality. Russia and the Ukraine war have changed the face of drone warfare. In one recent two-day period, Russia fired 355 Iranian-made Shahed drones at Ukrainian targets. The Ukrainians also conducted a dramatic, unprecedented attack by smuggling in a cargo truck that then launched small drones that effectively knocked out 40 strategic bombers inside of Russia. Also, China is advancing drone warfare in dramatic ways, especially in the area of intelligence and reconnaissance. The Chinese are working on what is called intelligentized warfare, and this requires drones to provide masses of information that can feed their artificially powered new high-technology weapons. Israel as well also is conducting massive drone warfare, and Iran too is shifting to this new form of warfare. Well, the Pentagon is canceling restrictive drone policies implemented under the Biden administration. We have something also called at the Pentagon the Replicator Program. The Replicator Program seeks to leverage off-the-shelf drone technology to be able to mass-produce drones, small drones that can be used in defensive and offensive operations. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also issued a new directive on drones, saying that drone warfare was going to drive the Pentagon's new strategy for increasing the lethality of American military forces. And in the Pacific, Admiral Sam Paparo, the commander of the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command, has specifically called drones a key force for deterring a Chinese attack on Taiwan. He calls this hellscape, the ability to launch thousands of small drones, both aerial and underwater, that can be used to take on and defeat Chinese forces, should they try to take the island of Taiwan. Well, there's a number of different drones that are being developed by U.S. contractors. First, there's the Switchblade 600, which is a key element in Admiral Paparo's hellscape scenario. It's manufactured by the Virginia-based AV. There's also the Hero 120 one-way autonomous attack aircraft. That's a drone basically that goes in after a target and is successful in knocking out that target. There's the Navy's MQ-4C Triton maritime patrol drone, manufactured by Northrop Grumman and several other secret drone programs. Those are reconnaissance drones that can provide valuable information for targeting and intelligence gathering. And then we also know that there's the Shield AI VBAT drone and the L3 Harris Red Wolf and Green Wolf drones. The Air Force also has a great stable of MQ-9 Reaper drones. These are the attack drones that were made famous during the war on terrorism. Well, the Pentagon wants $13.6 billion for autonomous military systems. That includes $9.4 billion for unmanned and remotely piloted vehicles. The request calls for autonomous land vehicles to receive $210 million and $1.7 billion for Army Sea drones, including $7.34 million for autonomous underwater vehicles. Army reconnaissance drones will be funded at $1.1 billion, and software development for all the military services drone programs could be funded with up to $1.2 billion. The Navy wants $5.3 billion for its autonomous programs, an increase of $2.2 billion over last year, which shows you how much the Navy is working to advance this important new form of warfare. They are procuring 3 new Boeing MQ-25 drone refueling tankers and air, sea, and underwater drones. Army drones include quadcopters that can drop bombs and sensors on unmanned ground vehicles at small unit levels. The focus is on enabling frontline innovation and tactical creativity. The Navy also is working with the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency on unmanned surface vessels in a program called No Manning Ship Required. For the Washington Times, I'm Bill Gertz. To read more, visit WashingtonTimes.com.